Well, we are learning new information about the death of 19-year-old Sade Robinson.
April 1, 2024. A typical Monday in Milwaukee. Sade Carlina Robinson, 19, finished her shift at Pizza Shuttle. She changed into a pink top, excited for the evening ahead. This was her first date with someone she met on a dating app. Sade was a student at Milwaukee Area Technical College, pursuing nursing and cosmetology. She lived with her mother, Sheena Scarborough, and had a close bond with her father, Carlos Robinson, and younger sister, Adriana Reams. And family described Sade as independent and full of plans. She worked hard at Pizza Shuttle, serving customers with a smile. Friends remembered her as someone who lit up rooms. That evening, Sade met Maxwell Anderson at Twisted Fisherman restaurant downtown. Surveillance footage from the location showed them arriving around 8 p.m. They sat, talked, and ordered food. Later, they moved to Duke's on Water Bar along the Riverwalk. Cameras captured them there around 10 p.m. Sade texted a friend saying the date was going well. By 11 p.m., Anderson drove Sade's silver Hyundai Elantra to his home on South 15th Street. The car parked outside, phone location data placed them there. What happened inside remains detailed in court records. Anderson killed Sade that night. The method was intentional homicide. The brutality extended beyond the killing. Anderson dismembered her body. He used tools to sever limbs. The leg was cut below the hip. Pink nail polish remained on the toes. He separated the torso and arms. Some parts were burned in an attempt to destroy evidence. Others were scattered across locations. According to court records from the trial, the dismemberment occurred at Warnemont Park in Cudahy. Saw marks on bones showed the force used. The head has never been recovered. Other parts were placed in bags or left exposed. Sade's remains were treated without regard. The process turned a young woman into fragments, making identification and burial incomplete. This level of brutality shocked investigators. It went beyond murder, erasing Sade's form. Sade's background made the act stand out more. She grew up facing challenges but stayed focused. Her mother raised her with support from family. Sade balanced classes and work. She dreamed of a career helping others, perhaps in nursing or beauty. Pizza Shuttle co-workers noted her reliability. She often covered shifts, saving for her future. The date seemed ordinary. A meeting through an app, dinner, drinks, nothing indicated danger. Yet by morning, Sade was gone. Her car burned in an alley, her body in pieces. Family noticed when she missed work. Calls went unanswered, worry set in. The search began, leading to discoveries that revealed the full extent of what happened. Sade had plans for a future in nursing or cosmetology. What does it mean when a first date ends with dismemberment and scattered remains? As April 2, the first part was found, a leg, on the shore of Warnemont Park. Pink nail polish caught the eye of a passerby. DNA confirmed it belonged to Sade. The search expanded, more parts surfaced in coming days. A torso on a beach in South Milwaukee, an arm in another location. The brutality became clear. Cuts were precise in places, rough in others. Tools left marks, burn attempts failed to hide everything. The car fire destroyed little. Family waited for news. Each discovery brought pain without closure. How did investigators connect the dots? The body hunt and early investigation unfold. The night of April 1 ended with Sade's car parked outside Maxwell Anderson's home. By morning, the search for her began, leading to discoveries that revealed the full scope of the violence. Each finding added to the picture, guiding investigators through Milwaukee County and beyond. The process moved from initial reports to forensic analysis, building a trail of evidence step by step. April 2 continued with another discovery. A torso and arm washed up on a beach in South Milwaukee.
That's along Lake Michigan, here in South Milwaukee. Neighbors tell me investigators were out here for much of the morning on Thursday. This home security camera footage shows investigators by the Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's van just up the hill from the beach.
It's yards from my front door.
Someone walking the remote beach around 7:30 this morning found a torso and an arm just yards away from Angela Buchanan's home.
I'm definitely on edge now.
The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office believes the body parts belong to 19-year-old Sade Robinson.
This is not something that anybody should have to go through, especially such a young girl.
Angela was just down on the beach the evening before walking her dog.
It just kind of makes me scared now to kind of want to come down here with my dog, and do what we do every day, because now it's Am I gonna come down here and be the next one that's gonna find more body parts?
Angela's neighbor Gail, who didn't want to be on camera, says the beach is her escape. Is this disturbing to you?
Honey, the whole world is disturbing right now.
With tears in her eyes, Gail can't help but think about Sade's life that was cut too short.
Oh my God, my heart breaks for her. If I would have found those, I would have been devastated. I can't even imagine what their family feels like. My heart's gonna cry for this. I can't. It's gotta stop.
Something that won't stop is the search for Sade's body. Gail joined the family and friends along the shoreline Thursday afternoon. Investigators say they were taking a sonar boat out on the lake to look for more body parts on Friday. In South Milwaukee, Megan Lee, TMJ4 News.
April 3 brought more. Parts appeared in other locations within Milwaukee County. One arm surfaced on a beach in Illinois, across the state line. Each site was processed. Evidence bags collected fragments. The head remained missing. Hands and other sections were not located. Forensic teams noted burn marks on some parts. Attempts to destroy evidence were evident. Hyundai Elantra was found burned in an alley on 35th Street and Sherman Boulevard. The fire occurred early April 2. Video from nearby cameras showed the vehicle engulfed. Inside, little remained intact. Personal items were destroyed. Bus footage captured a man leaving the area after the fire. The timing matched. Investigators trace Sade's phone. Last signals place it at Anderson's home. Dating app records showed messages between Sade and Anderson. The date was confirmed. Surveillance from Twisted Fisherman and Dukes on Water provided timestamps. Anderson's Netflix account logged activity that night. Shows involving mutilation were viewed. According to Fox 6 coverage, this detail emerged during the trial preparation. Detectives visited Anderson's apartment on South 15th Street. Traces of cleaning supplies were noted. Blood in the space was canine, not human. The lack of Sade's blood suggested the killing happened elsewhere, or was cleaned thoroughly. Phone records showed communication patterns. Calls and texts aligned with the timeline. Anderson's history came under review. Previous traffic violations and DUI surfaced. No prior violent charges, but the pattern raised questions. April 4 marked the turning point. Maxwell Anderson was taken into custody. Charged initially with holding evidence, the case built quickly. By April 12, formal charges filed: first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, arson of property. The arrest brought temporary relief to the family. With Anderson in custody, the focus shifted to evidence presentation. Surveillance, DNA, and digital trails formed the foundation. The case moved to court, where details would be laid out in full. The evidence gathered in the first weeks now moved from investigators' files to prosecutors' tables. What began as a missing person case had become one of the most watched homicide trials in this city. Every piece of surveillance, every DNA match, every digital footprint was prepared for court. The legal machine started turning step by step. Charges in early hearings April 12, 2024. Assistant District Attorney Ian Vance Curzan filed the criminal complaint. 4 counts: first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, arson of property, hiding a corpse. Judge Laura Crivello presided. Bail remained denied. Preliminary hearing followed in late April. Prosecutors presented enough to bind him over for trial. The case was assigned to Milwaukee County Circuit Court. Discovery packets grew thick. Hundreds of pages of lab reports, phone records, and video files were shared with defense attorney Anthony D. Cotton. Jury selection began May 2025. Over 200 potential jurors filled out questionnaires. Questions focused on media exposure and views on dismemberment cases. 12 jurors and 4 alternates were seated by May 28. Opening statements were scheduled for June 3, 2025. Prosecutors listed 47 witnesses. Defense listed none. The trial, June 3 to June 6, 2025. Day 1 opening statements. Vance Curzan laid out the timeline. First date, last location, car fire, scattered remains. Cotton told jurors the state had no motive and no proof of intent. Day 2, surveillance and digital evidence, twisted fisherman footage. 8:02 p.m. entry, 9:17 p.m. exit. Dukes on Water, 9:45 p.m. to 10:58 p.m. Phone pings. Sade's phone at Anderson's address from 11:01 p.m. until signal loss. Netflix account, 2 mutilation-themed documentaries watched between 1:12 a.m. and 3:47 a.m. on April 2. Bus camera Anderson boarding near the burned car at 6:14 a.m. Day 3. Forensic testimony. DNA expert. Leg, torso, arms all matched Sade Robinson. Tool mark analyst. Saw marks on femur consistent with a reciprocating saw. Fire investigator. Accelerant used on Sade's hind. Day 4. Family and coworker testimony. Sheena Scarborough described Sade's excitement for the date. Pizza shuttle manager confirmed Sade. Friend read the final text. Girl, he's cute. We're going to Duke's. Defense cross-examined but called no witnesses. Closing arguments June 6 morning. It's Curzon. He planned the date, ended the life, erased the body, and burned the evidence. Cotton. No confession. No motive. No proof it was intentional. Jury deliberation started at 10:42 a.m. Returned at 11:18. Verdict. Guilty on all 4 counts. July 2025. Defense filed motion for new trial, claiming inflammatory photos prejudiced the jury. Judge Crivello denied it on July 29. Sentencing was set for August 1, 2025. 36 minutes to decide a life sentence. When evidence is this clear, how much time does justice really need? August 1, 2025. Family members filled 3 rows. Pink ribbons on every lapel. Victim impact statements. Sheena Scarborough. You are a demon. I hope you rock. Hollis Robinson. You took my daughter piece by piece. I hope they do the same to you in there. Anderson spoke briefly. I maintain my innocence. Judge Crivello imposed the only possible sentence for first-degree intentional homicide in Wisconsin, life without parole. Additional sentences. 7.5 years for mutilating a corpse. 1.5 years for arson. All consecutive to life, but academic. The gavel fell. Courtroom erupted in tears and quiet applause from Sade's supporters. The conviction was sealed. But the family still waited for something the court could not give, the rest of Sade's remains. With the trial over, the focus turned to the sentence already served, the money owed, and the silence that followed. The trial closed one chapter, yet the search for closure continued. Remains were still missing. Questions lingered. The case left marks on a community, sparking conversations about safety and support. Anderson arrived at Dodge Correctional Institution in Waupun shortly after sentencing. The facility holds inmates serving long terms. Daily life there follows strict routine, no special treatment for high-profile cases. Restitution was ordered over $90,000, 0 cents to cover funeral costs, medical examiner fees, and family expenses. Sade's mother, Sheena Scarborough, spoke often in interviews with WISN and TMJ4. She described nightmares and the constant search for answers. Vigils continued. Pink became the color of remembrance. Balloons, candles, and posters appeared at Warnymont Park and South Milwaukee Beach. A mural at Pizza Shuttle honored Sade. Coworkers added flowers regularly. Community groups organized pink out events. Schools held talks on personal safety. Families attended, sharing experiences with dating apps. The events raised points about online meetings. Many young people use apps daily, but risks exist. Background checks are limited. First dates in public help, but plans can change. Sharing location with trusted contacts became a common suggestion for Black women. The case touched on specific concerns. Discussions noted higher rates of violence in dating situations. Support networks matter. Friends checking in, family aware of plans. Law enforcement response was thorough, but delays in missing persons reports for adults were noted. No major policy changes followed, but local organizations pushed for better app verification. Sade's story shows how quickly safety can vanish. The family keeps searching for the remaining parts. Closure feels distant without them. Awareness efforts continue. Talks in schools, posts online, reminders to stay vigilant. If meeting someone new, tell a friend the details. Share location if possible. Trust instincts. This case serves as a warning. States should stay safe. To help spread the message, like this video if it moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more stories that highlight the need for change. Together, voices grow louder. Sade's memory deserves that.